What's up, y'all? In this video, we're going to cover how to set up ChordKits with FL Studio. I'm also going to cover how to use the piano roll and how to use a keyboard, whether it be a bigger one like this or a smaller one like this. All right, let's jump in. Okay, so the way we load this up is with the FPC plugin. And you probably know this already because that's what was on the main store page. So we're going to click the plus button and we're going to go to FPC to load it up. Now we want to get the presets installed in this, and the best way to do this is to go to this little arrow here, click on it, go to Save Preset As, and then it'll take you directly to where the preset folder lives. Now I've already got it installed. You can see here, all it is just dragging and dropping the folder after you unzip it, and after you unzip it, it looks like this. If you click on this link on a Mac, it'll show you exactly where it lives. So mine lives on iCloud Drive, Documents, Image Line, FL Studio, Presets, then Plugin Presets, Generators, and FPC. So just open up a window, go to the FPC folder in here. You can pause the screen if you need to on a Mac. On PC, I'll put up a screenshot to show you where that preset folder lives right now. All right, so after you put it in there, you can click on this Presets button on the top right, and it'll drop down a menu, and then you can see your folder right here. You may need to refresh the plugin. If that's the case, just delete the plugin and add it back on, and then you'll see it right here. And then you can click, and it'll open up any preset. So right now, I've got a preset loaded up. All right, so my MIDI controller down here works fine. The one up top is not working right now. So let's make sure that our MIDI device is hooked up. So if you've never used a MIDI device before, you have to do this. Otherwise, you should already know this. So I'll go to Option, MIDI Settings here. And then I always use this bigger complete control keyboard, so it's already been set up. But the smaller one right here has not been set up. It's this Micro Key 25 Air. So let's go ahead and enable it. There we go, it's on. Cool. So that's C1, and then I can just go up in octaves. There's my chords. All right, so basic features, you can click, go to the next preset. Obviously, you can also use the arrows to go to the next preset. All right, so let's talk about workflow right now. So it uses the octaves. You probably see this from the video, but it uses the octaves. So you've got 4 octaves. This is the bass, and they all start on C, right? So this is C0, C1, C. Actually, this is C3 on this keyboard. So C1, C2, C3, C4. That's not really that important. All you need to know is that once you find the bass one, the bass one's always going to be the last one on the left. And then you've got the chords that come next. Then you've got something that supports the chord. Got guitar on this one, and then something higher pitch. So from the frequency spectrum, you're starting low, like bass, and then it goes to mids, and then mid-high, and then high. That's usually how it works. Now, if I want to program it one at a time, I can. I could have a beat on, and I can program it. So let's just put my metronome on. Right, I can record it one at a time like this. Or play with both octaves. Using my pinky and thumbs. Let me show you how that's working. So when you're playing piano, there's a method where you use your pinky and your thumb to hit an octave. So what that means is I'm using my pinky on C1 right here, and then I'm using my thumb on C2. And I can just keep my hand in that shape and go up and down. Same thing with my left hand. So by doing this, I can play the whole thing out. If I don't want to play it one by one, which is totally fine too. Many times I play it just one at a time because I'm just programming a beat. But if I want to have some playability with the keyboard, I can still do it. And that's how you use that. With the keyboard, you have 2 octaves here. Pretty easy. And then with the mouse, let me show you how that works. So let's go ahead and just pick another preset. Okay, so I've got a preset pulled up here, and since it's on a track, you could do all sorts of things. Like you can, let's assign this to 5, and you can add plugins on here. You can add reverb, you can add delay. Right now, I'm just gonna keep it as is, and we're gonna program this in. All right, so I've got a beat pulled up here. Just a rough drum beat, just so we can kind of vibe out. And then I've pulled up the Goonies preset here. All right, so let's go ahead and play it in. And we created a new pattern here. I'm in song mode, and I'll right click on here, go to piano roll, there we go. And now you can see the octaves here. So here's the bass notes. You got the chords. All right, so I'll go ahead and just start programming an idea in. Let's go with maybe this one. And if it's cool too, because you could click up top here and it'll start playing from wherever you click. I don't want to hit that again. There we go. All right, so let's go ahead and follow the bass with the chords. I usually do that. Okay, there we go. And then I kind of just do whatever I feel with the other ones. And if I wanted to, I can go back here and clone this and maybe just do those high bells separately and then put some effects on it. For the sake of this video, I'm not going to do that, but to give you an idea, I do have some effects here on this channel, so I've got it routed to 5. Some reverb. Some fruity filter. So you can really sculpt your sound. You can make some cool samples like this. I could take a synth like Analog Lab or something with that came with FL Studio and just layer stuff on top. It's really, really dope. And then the other thing that is kind of popular in the FL community, and many people do this, but you see it a lot in FL Studio users, is that they'll bounce to audio and then they'll time stretch it and come up with a cooler vibe. And we could do that also. Okay, so now let's go ahead and render this. I turned the plugins off. I had it on 5 here, just disabled them. And we're going to make sure the keyboard icon is pressed. There's pattern 1, right click on that, render and replace, change it to 24-bit, and then just hit start. There we go. Now we have an audio file of what we played, and we can double click on this and we can mess with the pitch here. And there we go. I routed it to 6. I can add other presets on here. Let's move it to 5 because that's where I have these plugins. Or you can put your third-party plugin presets on there. And that's how you use FL Studio with ChordKits.